chopped off my hair. This is like since New Year's. Um, New Year's Eve is when I chopped off my hair. So I got new lighting, as you can kind of tell. It's showing off my red skin because I'm really, 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 really warm. I have my little heater on, so it's been trying to keep my apartment warm. It's been awfully kind of cold, and I kind of have I feel like a sinus infection coming on. Um, but yeah, just like not feeling good these days, and like feeling good, not feeling good, like isn't like ugh. Could be allergies because the weather right here in Oregon has been kind of like up and down, especially in January. January being like in the 50s, it's just weird. Which just only means hopefully we get like a really blizzardy winter and kind of kill some of the bugs and stuff like that. But come on, guys. Thought I'd get back on here and kind of give you guys a little like heads up on the tarot card reading and whatnot. As if you could tell, I've been kind of talking kind of quiet because my neighbor, she's like right here, and she switched her schedule, so she's on a weird shift right now, and so she's been kind of like, hey, not to be mean, Anthony, but I'm trying to sleep on certain hours, and I was like, okay, I'll do my tarot card readings at night, and I'll try to like respect on that. And she's just like, oh yeah, I could hear you. Because I could hear your voice, I could hear you chatting, and sometimes you kind of take it loud. It's like, I'm so sorry, didn't mean to. But I'm gonna only be on here till 5:30 or to 6:30, sorry. Just because I just want to be on live for too long. Don't want to drain myself if I'm in like in a healing state in a way. So, ooh. I'm going to be using just my regular wider white deck. And probably talk to you until someone comes up for questions. Hold on, let me click on the things that I need. Live chat. There we go. So, hello, focus. So, one of my good friends, we were talking the other day, and she told me that she got a tarot card deck and a journal. Her boyfriend didn't know, or her fiance, sorry, didn't know where to go get any of this information, which I was like shocked that he didn't like come to me because I would help like guide. But he already ordered the part off of Instagram. It was like an Instagram little post, and there's some stories about what tarot store shop advertisement thingamajig. He went and bought her a tarot deck with it. It came with a tarot deck and the journal and everything. And I didn't know she was into tarot cards like that. I didn't know she wanted to learn. But she has such a really good concept of what the tarot really means. It was kind of interesting because it was yesterday we had a conversation, and she's just like, it's more of a guide, it's more of a tool, it's more of a like little reflections of like your psychic mind talking to you. And she's like, I kind of always want to work with my intuition, because she's like, lately when I'm working because she works in the medical records while she's continuously going to school, she's like, I want some of that intuition power. I want to sharpen up my intuition and become very hands-on person on that. And she's like, I think tarot cards have always been my always been like my go-to. Want to have a reading from you all the time, and I wish you could just read my cards every day. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I can if I want to, but it's gonna become taxing eventually. But she's like, yeah, that's why I want to get my own deck, and that's what I said for what I wanted for Christmas was that. So I was like, that's kind of cool. But she's just like wants to know how to do it. She kind of wants to be at like boom professional level instantly, but she knows it's going to be progress and time for it. But I was so excited. Like, it was just weird having like a little friend telling me that she wants to study tarot cards, and she's like, yeah, I hope you're glad and happy with me that wants to do tarot card readings with you. because, or learn tarot with you, because she's like, I'm going to come to you for questions all the time. And I was like, that's fine. You know, if I don't respond, I don't respond. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's what that menu's saying. I'm just learning how to do all this. Oh, how cool is that? If you guys hear that music in the background, I am so happy that you can. There we go. Kind of give it. Why does it want to do that the whole time? It is Witchy Chats. I search up witchy music and you'll see like this 3-hour and 40-minute video, and it's just all these witchy chats. Also the other day, I was kind of a little scared to burn off charcoal in my apartment because I was like, oh, great, a smoke detector is gonna go off. It goes off when I boil water because it's just the steam kind of triggers it, which is fine. It's doing its job, but it's like, ugh. But I was scared to burn some charcoal yesterday. Scared to, because the smoke might trigger it, because I wanted to burn loose incense. So I wanted to burn, there, kind of resist the lighting. It's ritual incense from Hex and Old Witchery. And burning it is like such an air thing. And I've been wanting to go online and look up what's the really ingredients behind it, because I kind of reenact the ingredients, but it smells so good. And the only damn part about this incense is that when it burns so quickly, and it literally kind of burns so like a tar, and it creates this layer. And then if you try to put another set of incense on top of it, it kind of just doesn't burn properly. So that's my only down part about it, is that if you're gonna burn it on a one of those charcoals, one of those Three King charcoals, you're gonna have to have a little spoon, a little scraper, so you can scrape it off the top layer, so you can add more into the incense. But I burned it and I kind of cleared out the air in my apartment. However, I want to do it a couple more times to get rid of some of the nasty energies, because I feel like I just feel like there's something in this area. It just causes not such good energies, and like Mercury retrograde shit is going on, which I really hate when it's under, because it does affect me a lot. But yeah. Ooh, got a message. Hold on. Okay. It is going well right now. I am doing okay. Just a little low energy. Also try to be respectfully quiet for my neighbor, because she has a different schedule and she can hear my voice, so I'm kind of quiet. But yeah, it was kind of nice to actually have a friend who's starting to learn tarot cards. I'm slowly compiling a list of books for her, so when it comes to this, like, book shopping, I want her to come with me to Pal's Book, and I'll point out some books that I would recommend, see if she would like reading those books and whatnot, because the only book that she has is the tiny little white book that you get with your tarot cards, and she has a journal that kind of helps curves, but it, again, like the journal book, it keeps talking about keywords, and not just like, why does this card mean this? It just says, okay, this means this. And so I don't want her to fall into the pits of when she's reading, it sounds very robotic and whatnot. I might loan her my tarot journal, so she can kind of read through that, see if she can get any information from that. Um, so far, her plans on what she wants to do with her tarot cards is that she wants to take. She doesn't want. She wants the deck to be sorted. She wants the deck to be sorted, alphabetically ordered in her. What she said. I was like, you mean in its rightful order? And she wants to like learn. So right now she's on Magician. She was just on Fool last week or week before, I'm assuming. But so right now she's on Magician, and so she takes 1 week of just like looking at the card every day, see where the Magician is effective in her work life, in her daily life. What is the lesson learned from it? And I was like, you're gonna learn so much that when you do, once you like get your definitions and your meaning of your cards, you're gonna see that you're gonna evolve, and every time it's gonna be a different story, a different, not so much different, but like evolve or stem from there. Um, let's put the chat up. Let's see what's it. Trying to figure out how to read it. It's hard. It is very hard, and she's doing it like I said earlier. She's doing it like one card at a week. She's given herself 7 days with one card. She says that potentially she feels like she's going to give some other cards longer days, but she says minimum 7 days, and she just studies about it. My best advice when it comes to like reading tarot is just reading what I did is I read every book, every article online. I watched so many YouTube videos to study and how it, because I'm more of a visual learner too. So hearing someone giving a tarot card reading was amazing because it was learning. And then eventually I went, out and about, and one of my witchy poo shops that's no longer there. I wish it was there because it's so conveniently close to me. At my location now. I asked if I can sit and watch a couple of her readings, and so when she gave a person when a person came in for a reading, she would like, hey, by the way, this is a person who wants to learn how to read tarot cards and whatnot, and he wants to see how my readings work and how tarot cards work. So that's how I learned tarot really quickly. And just know that you just really gotta take it slowly, take it with a grain of salt, and eventually you'll get the gist. Like, you have to constantly like be on it every day. You have to make sure you focus on the cards. The difficult part, I can honestly tell you as a tarot card reader, is shuffling these cards to get your hands. I don't particularly have big hands, but like let me show you how, like, when holding a tarot, it's like literally I'm gripping the edge to shuffle. So it's kind of difficult, but yeah, eventually you'll get the gist. Like I said in my last video, I don't know if anyone watched it, but these are my very first tarot cards, and shuffling eventually bends with you. And so this is roughly the same size as the Rider-Waite. This is the albino Rider-Waite deck, and it's one of my favorite decks. It's the first one. When I went to the store, I couldn't, see, these like shuffle so perfectly in my hands. But you're gonna get really like so nice. I really love these tarot. The colors are bold and they're so strong and beautiful. I don't know, it's one of my favorite decks. But when you're shuffling for many years on the deck, it tends to bend and also collect dead skin and whatnot. So eventually it starts looking kind of grimy and gritty. I got my ears lowered. Yeah, I shaved my head. I officially shaved it all off. It was New Year's Eve. I shaved it off. I thought that it would be time for me to get rid of it. My hair came down to, I think it came down to here when I straightened it. And it was just like dry shampoo, like take a shower, day with it perfectly fine, go to bed, wake up, dry shampoo. the next day, and it would be fine. And just like by the end of this day two, my hair was like so oily and greasy, and um, like dry shampoo did nothing to it. It didn't want to. It slowed it down just for brief, but it didn't want to do anything to it. So I was like, you know what, I'm done. Um, my face, as you can kind of tell, was breaking out because of the oily from my hair. I had my hair always in a man bun. Now I know what it feels like when girls have their wet hair. They get out of the shower, they put it in the bun, and then like by midday, like take your hair out and it's still kind of wet. Yeah, I was like, I didn't like that. Also, it was just like shedding was like crazy. It was all over the bathroom, all over the bathtub. It was just annoying. So I was like, I looked at it. It was Christmas. It was New Year's Eve, and my boyfriend was at work, and I was just like, it was just like straight up one and done. But yeah, I'm kind of happy I did that. Now I'm trying to figure out how come the chat just likes to go away. I don't like that. I'm not used to that. But yeah, if you need any advice about tarot, that was also on my little list. I have I don't think it's in this one. No. No, it's not in there. I have my video making book somewhere. But I am taking notes on like videos I really want to do. Some book review videos that I would like to get on making. But I also want to start doing like Tarot 101 and how to get to. I feel like people should actually get an understanding of like how I became a tarot card reader and what was my tips and tricks and how I did it. But yeah, how are you guys doing out there? Everything okay? Are we being safe? We're social distancing. We are masking up. We are, hopefully you guys are on the same spectrum of getting your shots done. I just recently discovered that my friend over here, my neighbor, she's getting her 4th shot and also pregnant. She just says, these shots, they work. I just got done on my 2nd shot. I'm waiting for my 3rd shot, my booster. I'm definitely going to get the booster because it is in my building where I live at. And it's super scary because it's specifically on my floor. And I don't like that because it's so close for comfort. I don't want to sit there and get risks of exposure. Also, I just don't want, me personally, I don't want to get sick. And I don't want to be the person that spreads it because that's just not my thing. But definitely I want to make sure I do that. I'm always constantly masking up wherever I go. I constantly mask up. The only time when I take my mask off is when I'm walking the city and there's no one around me. That's the only time I kind of put it down so I can kind of get fresh air a little bit and trying to resist the condensation that happens here. But the minute a person comes up, it's like pinch the nose, cover. I try to when I'm on public transportation, if someone's not wearing a mask, I tend to like walk away from the area. I don't want to be near the area of the person because I just don't trust what they have. And it's not just only the virus, but like what else do they fucking have? Like I don't want to get sick with the flu or any of that shit that they have in their system because you failed to take care of yourself. I don't need you to like poison me, but that's personal. Hold on, let me look at the chat. Why is a chat like that? Did you ever completely blank out on tarot, like, you know, like stuff you do, your daily readings? um, yeah, that has happened quite a few times, where I literally, it always happens with clients, new clients, it seems like. And I think it's because of the, it's just static in the air. Um, I remember one time I sat there and I, you know, shuffled the cards. We talked about what's going on. She wanted a specific, like, not a love reading, but like, um, what's going on with like certain relationships in her life, and is it directly, you know, affecting her current relationship? Which it came out not. It came out like the reason why her relationship is kind of bumpy is because her husband's not communicative. I remember it distinctly. He wasn't communicating, and there was an issue, and that like text messages claims weren't coming through, and we were talking about like, you know, if a person really wanted to communicate, they would put you first, kind of situation, or at least text you quickly. Unless there's something going on, then the person's silent. There's a reason why there's something going on. Um, but I remember like flipping the cards over, like just talking, and then I just flipped the cards over, and I just like wide out, and she's like, "Oh my god, is it that bad?" And I was like, "No, give me a second. I'm deciphering." And I was trying to buy myself time. I was like, "I'm deciphering. It's a little struggle right here for me." And I wasn't like lying, but I also wasn't like fully honest on like how I couldn't read the cards in front. So I was just like, "Give me a moment." And then I was like, and I was like, I felt like I went back to kindergarten and tried to do my ABCs and my math all over again to fix it. And then finally, I just like closed my eyes and I was like, breathe and just like relax, try to calm myself. And then she's like, "Is it that bad?" And I was like, "No, it's not that bad. It's just like, just gotta make sure it makes sense, what I'm about to tell you." And then that's when we got into it, and then it became really, like a really good reading and a very memorable reading because obviously I remember it. But she, yeah, we were. I was telling her like, we're not happy with this not texting back situation, are we? And she's like, "Oh my god, it's weird that you said that because like every time I text him, he's like very incognito, like." It says delivered, and she's like, sometimes read, and she's like, "I'm offended that he read it and not responding, knowing the fact that I need information from him." And I was like, "Yeah, honestly, communication. Um, for me, with communication, if I don't want to talk to you, it's usually because I'm trying to like collect myself up and whatnot. But communicating like." If I'm talking to you, you should talk to me. And if we're on good terms, we'd be really good terms. And it's all communication. I wish the chat stays up. um, I might go on to, what time is it? Yeah, in 7 minutes, I might go onto my Facebook Live just so I can catch up with my family and friends there. So if you want to follow me on my Facebook, you can find me there on my personal Facebook. I'll make it public for everyone to see. Just so I can catch up with you guys over the holiday, show some people my new haircut because not many people saw my haircut, which I thought was weird because I posted a before and after picture, maybe on my Snap and stuff like that. But might do some tarot questions over there too as well. And also on that side, at least the fucking chat stays up. It stays up on the screen so I can actually see it. Oh, that's a good song. But yeah, honestly, it was kind of nice. I need to clear out some energy since it's very warm tonight. I might have some windows open and I might do some good old saging in the place. Oh, the whole entire indigenous is so disrespectful to indigenous people, for people who are not native, that should, you know, I saw this on TikTok and I saw this on some other places, who are not native and that should not burn it. and that's disrespectful to the indigenous people, and like disrespect to ancient spirits and your ancestors. And I'm just thinking, mine is actually handcrafted and made for me as a gift, from a good person, who is that is sacred to his tribe. I get mine made all the time from him. So, and it's been like a 10+ year relationship with him. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, I can't do it, because people have this idea of respect and whatnot, which I just thought it was kind of, I guess, awkward thought of being, I don't know. I thought it was weird when people are like that. But yeah, I definitely want to sage my place. My white sage. I mean, I'm gonna be like really direct and honest. We have like a relationship where he threads it with certain colors. Right now, it's red and white, which he knows I hate the color red. But he thought that red would be a good color for vitality, strength that I need, because he heard, I told him about my medical conditions, and like white to like create purity, create protection, just basically just white. Um, he's a very nice guy. He's from California, Lower California. This is grown on his property, so it's kind of cool. That's free, which is really good. It's not that free because I do give him tarot card readings when he wants it. But yeah, I burn that shit like regular. If it ain't incense sticks, it's my white sage. I love white sage. I love the smell of white sage. Not a big fan of other sage and stuff like that. Yes, you can ask. You will be the first reading today and the last reading, because I'm about to pop over to Facebook, so you can put down your information down below. Plus, I actually like the lighting. It's not that bad. It's really not that bad. It's kind of awfully bright and hard to look. I think I get used to it, but eventually I want to get not such harsh direct lighting, and maybe get something that's kind of cool. Yeah, some people are just, I get it, like they're very like pro culture and all that stuff, but like people are like seriously way too into it. If that's the case, if we're trying to respect every culture and everything, then we might as well minus a lot of things in our lives and make sure that we don't touch our own anything. That's because you're not a direct descendant from China, so you shouldn't touch that. Stuff like that. Like, it can only take it so far. Oh, the question. Ooh, put you down every day. That's not good. Let's look up what's going on with your job, and if there isn't a door to escape. Well, I wouldn't say you're angry. I would just say that you're very lost, confused, and maybe baffled would be the word that we would like to use. Baffled. You're confused on where your stance at. And like, why is your manager treating you like this? But we live in a world of pandemic where people are unique. Ooh. Cards don't suck. All right. Got the star. You got the eight of wands and the ace of swords. Ooh, this is interesting, actually. Okay, so let's talk about your environment. Your job is very poisonous, and right here, the Eight of Wands is describing that you're surrounded by energies that are very, it just has a very unhealthy intentions towards you, and that you're constantly getting attacked by this, and that you are, you're going through this mess, distressing. However, with the Ace of Swords next to it, it's telling me that it's very ill wishing, but we have the star across from it. So when this is two right here, I'm feeling that you have the inspiration to, or aspirations to actually get your butt up and go, because it's very illogic where you're working at. It's not making sense on how everything works around you. So if you want, you can actually take and look for another job, because the star card is it's a strong card when it comes to career-driven thoughts, or trying to change it up, or try to better yourself from what situation you're in before. Um, and also, you can work with your intuition with it, and you can also work with like what's good for you and what's not good for you. And this is not good for you, where your surroundings is just not healthy. Like, you have people who are around you who are very distrusting, backstabbing, drama, twisting words. So that's, and if you don't know with it, that's what's happening behind the scenes of all things. But the Ace of Swords is a very victorious card, and this is saying that you're going to get your ass up and going and moving to a better job. So if I were you, I would definitely start seeking a different job, because the job that you're in is just not healthy for you. So hopefully that makes sense for you. And I don't like it. The chat kind of dies out. Did you not know that her kid passed away just recently? I think committed suicide or something. Something dramatically happened to her. She was just in the news, and then she got overshadowed with Bob Saget's death. So, anyways, hopefully you enjoy your reading, first and last one, and I'll probably be back here sometime next week. My hair is just itchy and growing. So until then, guys, I'm about to head over to my Facebook Live and just check on everybody on my Facebook and get in contact with some of my family. So I'm gonna do Facebook Live and do readings on there too, just to people. So hopefully you guys come back. I'm probably gonna schedule another Tarot Tuesday thing and everything. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. But I'm gonna head over to my Facebook. So bye, guys. Peace out, Cub Scouts. Blessed be.